Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Robert's Report live from Adelphia Music Hall this evening. What's going on, Nate?
Good evening. We are under anticipation mode right now.
That's right. For those of you that have not been to the Adelphia Music Hall, they have the galley next door here has awesome food, burgers, steaks, chicken wings, all kinds of different things like that. But tonight, next door here, we have got Royal Bliss, which is a national recording artist, of course. They've been to the Mid-Ohio Valley before, several years back, but they are back with new music, new show. Along with them, they've also brought along with Joyous Wolf and Messer, which all have been on mainstream now for a little while. But we're looking forward to a great show this evening. We've got some people stopping by the booth here. Actually, Larry Oakey has just walked in.
Is in the house.
Larry Oakey will be the man in the couch, or on the couch tonight.
On the couch?
Yeah. He'll be on the casting couch.
I didn't know
we don't have that long of a cord, Larry, so I guess you'll just have to pull a chair up here. But yeah, we're anticipation mode here, as Nate said. Looking forward to the show this evening.
I believe the main ready to go. The Adelphia Music Hall is really a nice place because when you're going to have a band, the band just sets their equipment up on the stage, and there's a full sound system, a full light show, and that's something we're really missing in the Parkersburg area. And we hope someday, with things going well at the Dill Center, where we usually broadcast, that someday we'll have maybe an Adelphia of our own in Parkersburg.
And Steve Scoey has noticed that you've got puke on your shirt there. So thanks, Steve. Appreciate
you mean
on
Larry's shirt? What? It doesn't. His shirt is clean.
That doesn't come off, I don't think.
Oh. Oh! You're talking about the Steelers. They did prevail today, I believe. Yes.
I don't know.
I didn't watch it.
They didn't play the Browns.
They weren't playing the Browns.
That's probably a good thing. They might have got beat.
They tied them last
again.
Well, it is interesting. Both of my brothers are Steeler fans. I'm a Steeler fan. We grew up in Vienna as opposed to Marietta, and so my uncle and dad, and they were all Cleveland Brown fans or Cincinnati Bengals. So got to have a little family rivalry.
Do want to take this opportunity as well. We need to make sure that we hit up on we can't forget our main sponsor back at the Dill Center, Anchors and Arrows.
Yes. Ashley
has done a fantastic job of bringing the boutique to the Dill Center, the second floor there. I just had to walk through all the clothing. Of course, I don't wear women's clothes, but I do.
You
would look so nice, Craig.
Go ahead, Larry.
He's gone through that phase now. But
Halloween a few years back, I did many years back, actually.
Your opportunities to actually try on clothes before you buy them is dwindling in the Mid-Ohio Valley, but you can definitely go into Anchors and Arrows and see the new fall fashions, or I believe they keep all seasons available at all times. So
well, the cool thing is they do have some new West Virginia themed and Ohio themed, depending on if you're a Buckeye or Mountaineer. They carry bath balls. Speaking of, I'll have to get back to that here in a minute.
And Anchors and Arrows is located on the second floor of the Dill Center in Phase 2. So.
Yes, and also we cannot forget Shallow Side as well. They provide us with our opening theme weekly. They have played here at the Adelphia Music Hall many times actually before. I've seen them. And they are working on new music right now. And also a couple of them have had babies, so they're doing the adult thing as well.
Oh.
Along with the rock and roll thing. So.
Ooh.
But we're not here to talk about babies tonight. We're here to talk about rock and roll. And the way Rocks Off Entertainment is bringing rock and roll back to the Mid-Ohio Valley.
Many tickets were sold for today's performance, but you can show up and get tickets at the door.
Yeah, I think they're like $25 or something like that. Mm-hmm. $20 or $25. Let's see here.
We may even get a rare opportunity to talk to Big Rick and Mr. Murray if they are around.
Actually, tickets are $20, so come on down. They're $20, so. But yeah, the Adelphia Music Hall again. If you haven't been here, the sound system in here is incredible. We got Mr. Chris. What's Chris?
Yes.
Hogsett here tonight.
Master engineer for Dewey Decibel Systems. Yes.
He's running sound, so there's your shameless plug for Dewey Decibel Systems.
If you need outdoor staging, if you need full production lighting, sound reinforcement for outdoor concerts, Dewey Decibel Systems.
The Roberts Report, all your needs with promoting.
And Larry, who is
this table right here, this table was brought to you by Lifetime.
And Larry Oki, who is stretched out on the couch here, making himself at home.
This is the smallest couch I have ever seen.
He is got a contraption here. You're going to be taking some pictures here later?
Yeah.
All right.
Leopard print G-string is what Larry is sporting tonight. So y'all need to come down and check out Larry on the couch in his leopard skin G-string. Okay, maybe not.
It's the last one they had,
Did you pick that up at Anchors and Arrows?
I don't think they had my size.
They do have plus sizes, by the way. Not to go back on that. Hey, one thing I would like to bring up. I know we're kind of talking off our hip here, but we had a big fight last night. Did anybody else? Either of you watch the fights last night? I had a gig. From 7 to 10 last night, 1973, class of 1973.
Well, was there a boxing match last night?
Boxing, yeah. Not really. But it was McGregor versus Khabib. And there was a couple other fights, awesome fights before then. Derek Lewis at the end, the Black Beast. Right before they interviewed him, he took his pants off. He not all the way down, just down to the first layer. He took his pants off, and Joe Rogan asked him, he said, "What'd you take your pants off for?" He asked for it. So, of course, Derek, with his, if you've ever seen him fight before, his interview, he says his balls were getting hot. But anyway, there's some good fights. The McGregor, of course, did lose.
McGregor lost.
McGregor did lose. He was wrestled. He was out wrestled by Khabib, and actually, quite frankly, I think he was outboxed. To be honest, because I mean, to beat Conor, in order to beat Conor, you have to beat his boxing. That's hands down. He's definitely one of the hardest hitters in the UFC, and I mean, but then it was the antics afterwards that kind of tainted the event, though. Apparently, Conor's team was hollering, talking shit to Khabib while he was still celebrating the win. Khabib jumped out of the ring, attacked one of Conor's, one of his teammates, and I don't know, it went into a whole melee, and then one of Khabib's people jumped over the ring, got back in the ring, and sucker punched Conor. It was just a big WWE.
Yeah, I was going to say that sounds more like a SmackDown or something.
Yeah, well, it was pretty. I mean, it's pretty stupid.
The replay.
It was pretty stupid. I mean, quite honestly, he just beat, the biggest man in sports right now, in my opinion, Conor McGregor, and then he has to go off and do something stupid like that. So they're still figuring out what they're going to do, whether they're going to suspend his license, fines. They're looking over tapes. They are holding Khabib's purse. They did not hold McGregor's purse, which I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm kind of.
McGregor has a lovely purse.
I think they should have held both of them until they reviewed all the footage, though. They apparently they figured that they'd seen enough to where they could release it to him. But
so Habib punched somebody, you said?
He got to one of Connor's people that was egging him on the outside. He was one of Connor's teammates was talking shit outside the cage afterwards.
That's never a good thing for the winner to do.
They were talking. Connor's team was talking shit.
Yeah, but I'm saying
you're right.
The winner just should say, "Hey, I won."
You're right. You know? Yeah, should have just.
He may, like you said, he may lose his license. I mean,
and not only that, but like Dana White said, he could lose his visa.
Yeah.
He may never be allowed in the country again because he's Russian.
I don't know if you know much of the history, but there was a guy that punched Koscheck after the fight was over. Like sucker punched him, and he never fought again. Dana White kicked him out permanently. So that guy was kind of a bum, though. So
I don't know if you remember back in the day when Tyson and Holyfield that brawl. Remember that?
Yeah, the melee and everybody was getting knocked over and stuff.
Oh my God, that did not just end in the ring or just outside the ring, but they said
one where he said he's going to eat his children and stuff like that.
It went out into the casino and out into the roads. I mean,
That's crazy.
But it was quite a mess. So I hope they get their shit together and it doesn't turn into a WWE setup because I do love the sport. I love MMA. Looks like they're down there getting ready to set up for another sound check here pretty soon. We won't be broadcasting here all night. Obviously, we definitely are not streaming the concert. So you need to make sure that you come down.
We do not
own the rights. We don't own the rights, and it's not right.
Right. Yeah, there's two
so
rights.
we're not gaining any pay-per-views. So you need to come down and watch it and support rock and roll. They're going to be done early this evening. They're going to be done. Rick says they're going to be done by 10 o'clock. 10:30. Missy and I drove 2 hours up to Akron the other night, on a Thursday night.
Ooh.
To see it was Code Red Riot, Smile Empty Souls, and Flaw. And so, this is 10 minutes away from most people. You should be able to come on down and support rock. You support them. If you build it, they will come. Right?
Yes. Support.
And Royal Bliss is yeah, they're awesome.
Like I said, I've been waiting 5 years to see these guys again. These guys are great.
The parties back at the old Eagles.
Oh yeah.
Passing the Jack Daniels bottles around, and I'm sure that Big Rick and Brian's livers have still got scar tissue on them from those days.
And Neil's one of the coolest rock stars of all time, man. Lead singer for Royal Bliss.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe we'll get maybe one of them will come up and talk to us here in a little bit.
Did you know he was on The Voice?
I did not.
Yeah, he was a contestant. Yeah, he sang Johnny Cash, I believe. I think it was like Ring of Fire or one of those Johnny Cash songs. That's probably been about 5-6 years ago.
So how's the comments coming there? Because I'm not able to. Because if I bring it up and I hit the thing, it's going to feed back. Well, since I'm moving all this, doing all this from the same computer tonight.
Let me see here.
Maybe I need to get another laptop. Actually, I have another laptop. Maybe that's what I should have done in the future. That's what I will do. It doesn't look too awful bad. It's actually a lot lighter than what I thought it was. We got a few. How many people were watching this? We got 3 people watching.
We need to get those numbers up.
We do need to get those numbers up.
We need more people to come in and buy tickets at the door for.
Actually, you know what?
The concert tonight.
I think what needs to be done is I need to go in here and share this out to MOV. What's happening? Because this is what's happening tonight. Let's see here. Look out, MOV. What's happening? Because here it comes.
They might end up doing a sound check here pretty soon. I don't know.
So, about rock and roll, again, I mentioned we went up to Akron Thursday night, and let me tell you what. First of all, that was the first time I'd ever seen Code Red Riot. Do you know who Code Red Riot is? Code Red Riot, their lead singer is Corky Gainsford. Remember who Corky Gainsford is?
I do not.
Corky Gainsford used to be the drummer for Otherwise.
I've heard of them.
He left Otherwise, started his own band, and he is quite the front man.
So you're telling me he is the Dave Grohl of Otherwise?
Absolutely. His stage presence is awesome. He was like an animal.
So he's not playing drums in this band?
He is not playing drums. He is playing lead singer, and his stage presence is great. And also, Flaw. Those are the two performances that one night that Flaw. Have you ever heard of Flaw?
I have not.
I hadn't heard of Flaw either. So you're kind of with me. 20 years they've been in the music business.
Holy cow.
And they're very military driven. They're pro military, pro, for the soldiers, doing it for them, doing it for the veterans, and all this kind of stuff. Yes, and they were awesome. Everybody, their drummer's hilarious, but I highly recommend going and seeing Flaw if they come within 2 hours of here. It's worth the trip.
Have you heard of these other guys opening, or these other bands?
Messer, I have heard of. I have not heard of Joyous Wolf. Messer, I have seen come up on Octane, so I have heard of them.
They have some nice equipment, so that means they should be pretty good. That's usually the way I base their bands on. If they got some real nice equipment, they're probably pretty good.
Well, they sounded pretty awesome there earlier.
So that's even better. We're having at least 2 to 3 good bands tonight.
Yeah, we got a few things here. Looks like Rick Perkins is on. Ask Neil about his last visit to Marietta. Him and I drank an entire bottle of Crown Maple.
Oh, my. We are broadcasting live here from the Adelphia Music Hall in Marietta, Ohio. 3 big rock acts coming up. Still tickets available if you didn't already get them in advance. Come on in. Show's going to start around 7 p.m. is what we're anticipating.
7:30.
7:30.
7:30. Doors open at 7. Show starts at 7:30.
Someone's got a nice Marshall stack down there.
They do.
And I'll be taking some photos tonight so we can share them on the page.
Oh, yeah. All right, folks. Well, I think we'll go ahead and take a little break here. We'll check back in here probably around 6:15-ish. If there's a sound check going on, give or take. But we'll check back in here in a little bit. Hope you join us.